EHD, the outbreak that Iowa and the Midwest experienced this past year, is caused by a virus that's spread by a biting insect. And typically Iowa doesn't have the climate to support this midge that spreads this virus. But last year Iowa was much warmer than normal, and this insect that likes the warmer climates, it benefited from that. But also Iowa was in a severe drought. And this also benefited the insect by causing water bodies to shrink, and the exposed mud flats is where this insect breeds. And so that enabled this midge, a Culicoides midge, to build up to much higher population levels than it normally would here in Iowa. And also the drought concentrated deer around the remaining water sources. And that sets up a perfect scenario for this midge to spread this virus to the deer, and it's only spread by the midge. It doesn't pass from deer to deer. It's only spread by an infected midge biting the deer. Typical Iowa deer, after it's infected with the virus, it'll fever up in 1 to 4 days, and within 1 to 4 days after it fevers up, most Iowa deer are dead. And then the disease outbreak is ended once we get enough frost to kill the midge, and we won't have an outbreak again until the climatic conditions favor this midge. Now, CWD is a completely different type of disease. Chronic wasting disease, the infective agent is just a protein, a misshapen strand of protein called a prion. And so, since it's just a protein, it doesn't have any DNA or RNA. Viruses have RNA in them. And so this is just a little organic strand of protein that when it gets inside an animal, such as a deer or elk, it can cause other proteins to take its shape. And ultimately, as this disease advances, it causes microscopic holes within the deer's brain, and it's always fatal. While the epizootic hemorrhagic disease, or EHD, or a different strain of this virus is called blue tongue, while it's quick acting, chronic wasting disease is slow acting. Once an animal is infected, the disease the prion may be dormant in the animal for a year, 2 years, or even up to 3 years, and that's called an incubation period. And then once it starts being active in the animal, typically in about 16 months' time, that animal will be dead. There's no known resistance to CWD. It's always fatal. While with EHD, there is some level of resistance to it.